Well, hello again. The relationship revolution. Remember, we're working our way through Harville and his wife Helen Hunt's book, Making Marriage Simple: 10 Relationship Truths. And in the afterword of the book, he adds 5 more truths that he likens to a relationship revolution. So last week I looked at the first of these truths: healthy marriages are the ultimate upstream prevention, which I've espoused, an idea I've espoused for years, that if we can take care of things up front, then we lessen the damage to our children, etc., downriver. So today I want to look at number 2 and 3. Number 2 is healthy relationships create strong individuals as a spiritual path. So number 2, healthy relationships create strong individuals. None of us are perfect, right? Let's face it. We're all bent out of shape a bit, some more than others. So in the Imago model, we tend to get partnered with someone who will challenge us to grow in areas that we might be our weak suit. And for example, for me, sorry, this keeps it tells me that it's not connecting, so I'm hoping it's okay. So in my case, my partner didn't get some of her feeling or emotional needs met. So who did she marry? Me, who also couldn't meet those needs at the start. But as I stretched to meet her very legitimate feeling needs, I grew. I became stronger. I think they say it well. In a quantum universe, everything is in relationship. Atom to atom, molecule to molecule, planet to planet, galaxy to galaxy. Everything is connected. Nothing is in isolation, including the self. So here's what they say. For years, it was believed that to become a strong individual, you needed to focus on caring for yourself. We disagree. We believe that we discover who we are in relationship. Born in relationship, we are wounded in relationship, we are healed in relationship. We cannot know or become who we are except in relationship. Essentially, we are our relationships. And the most powerful relationship for self-discovery and transformation is our primary love relationship. It's within this context that you can actually rewire your brain, shifting how you think and feel. One that is rippling across the globe. One that moves us from a focus on the individual to a focus on the relationship. It is a paradigm shift that from the self as center to the relationship as center. As the boundaries that separate states and even countries become more porous, we have come to realize that we not only cannot escape each other, we actually need each other. Recognizing that, so that makes the key question, how can we be in healthy connection? And they go on, it's about committing to create a healthy relationship in order to mature as an individual. We're all imperfect. As you stretch to meet your partner's needs, you grow yourself. You become stronger. Healthy relationships do indeed create strong individuals. I think he's right. Spiritual path. Now, the third of the 5 additional truths is couplehood as a spiritual path. Now, the authors don't use this language, but I think they're really focusing on a critical distinction in Western Christian thought. If you think about it, with few exceptions, Christian theology for centuries has been mostly a redemption theology, focusing on original sin and the need for separate realms, the sacred and the secular. Holiness and redemption tended to be seen as shunning the secular and focusing on the sacred. Now here's a great example. So last year, my wife and I traveled to Ireland to visit good friends. And among other places, they took us to Skellig Michael. And Skellig Michael is the site of an old, Irish, around 400 to around 1400 AD. Their monastery sits on the top of a rock in the middle of the wild Atlantic Ocean, where the monks retreated to better love God. And God bless them. Now think about it. If the world was believed to be flat, and they built their monastery in the top of a small island 12 miles west of Ireland, they're pretty well in the secular as you can get. And that was the theology, that in order to become holy, you have to avoid the sacred or the secular. But there is another tradition, the Christian or the creation spirituality tradition, that also has roots in Christian history, although probably not as well known or accepted as the redemption model. And the author I'm most familiar with in popularizing this is Matthew's original blessing, maybe 40 years ago. And the creation spirituality is saying, look, at this universe of ours has been around for, 13.8 billion years. And it's good. It's holy, it's blessed in itself. Creation spirituality challenges us to make the ordinary holy and to understand that God speaks to us through every happening. All we have to work with is today, every day. They're not separated from it. So, again, they don't use this language, but I think the creation spirituality model is what Harville and Helen are espousing when they say, many go on retreat by themselves to deepen their spiritual lives, which takes them out of their relationships. It's a great thing to do, and we have no quarrel with it. But there's another way to evolve as a spiritual being, one that's closer to home because you actually stay at home. It is by developing your past. Let's face it, feeling at peace is easy when removed from the everyday burdens of life, and that's why people go on vacation. So for this reason, we say that one of the greatest spiritual paths is staying put in your relationship and learning how to really love your partner, warts and all. When you can validate your partner's experience and express empathy, even when their experience makes absolutely no sense to you. Elevating your relationship to this into a spiritual practice. Like meditation and prayer, dialogue slows you down, quiets your mind, and invites you to put aside those same old thoughts you obsessively think over and over again. The divine is waiting to show up in the space between. The sacred space created feels hallowed to you both. Walking the path of a conscious marriage may not be easy, but it is truly a way to experience heaven on earth. And you can always call on your faith to give you strength. Learning to truly love each other will feel so good to you both, and the resulting sense of wonder will spill over into every other area of your life. So again, that's their third truth. Couplehood can indeed be a spiritual path. And again, I would have to agree. So next week, marriage, and number 5, relationship education must be supported and made available to everyone. And again, I would agree to this. That's why I do this, just to give you some idea that for me, the tools are available in today's world to have the relationship of your dreams. I truly believe that. Anyway, see you next week. I know this thing was going in and out. I hope it's okay. If not, I'll try to redo it later. Cheers.